Well, let's get the conversation started, everyone, tonight. There are a lot of issues on the table as regarding the budget for 2019, the convening of the National Assembly and the executive and the legislature, the relationship in the past week. So tonight, we'll bring people with experience that can give us insight into what happens in that National Assembly chambers at this kind of time. And of course, those who have executive experience. Joining me tonight is a former Minister of Works and a former Senator, a PDP chieftain, Senator Adeshaye Ogunlewe. He joins us in our Lagos studio. From our Abuja studio is a former lawmaker, a former House of Representative member, and an APC chieftain, Honorable Aliyu Ahmed Wadada. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for your time on the program today. Let me begin with you, Senator Ogunlewe. Yesterday we saw 23 political parties being registered, more political parties. We have 91 of them. And now we're looking forward to the budget of 2019 that's being put on the table for the National Assembly members to scrutinize for approval. What are your take on what is going on generally?
Well, it is expected when we have an election is approaching, there is a possibility of additional registration for more political parties. But my take is, let us have independent candidacy to reduce the number of political parties.
Will that reduce it?
I think so, because you cannot express, your constituency can vote for you without being a member of any political party. What are we going to do with 93 political parties?
It's 91 now.
91. To my mind, well, it is good for democracy, but it's not going to assist anybody because it will be, the ballot paper will be so large, so extensive, so cumbersome.
Do you think it will also help the political space to function very well if there is competition? Do you think so?
Competition.
Aside the logistics on election day.
91 competitors. I don't see the importance of that number in any political space in Nigeria.
Do you think we should do a two-party system?
No, have independent candidacy because everybody wants to
independent candidate and perhaps two political parties?
You can have as many political parties, but it will reduce this tendency of having additional political parties. Because you can be in a constituency and put yourself for election there without being a member of a political party. That is what is done in all other democracies.
But with what we are saying now, the budget for the election and how it has been caught in politics in the past weeks, what is your take on that?
It's good. You know, people are making so much fuss about this budget. Immediately, the budget, that letter from the presidency was read on the floor of the Senate. That should be taken as first reading. Then it goes to committee under Section 63 of Nigerian Constitution. And those committees has powers, even equivalent to the powers of the membership of the Senate.
So there was no need to reconvene the National Assembly?
No, the committee is in the Nigerian Constitution, Section 63. So they can do the work because it is not the entire body of the National Assembly that will scrutinize any form of bill. It goes into committees. The committees will do the nitty-gritty, the addition, the subtraction, talking to whoever is involved, like INEC, asking questions. They will not bring them to the floor of the Senate for questioning. No. Majority of the work is done at committee level.
So there's nothing wrong
at all
for them to be on holiday and committee is working?
National Assembly is never closed down.
Okay.
Whether they are on holiday or not, some people are there working.
Honorable Wadada, at this rate, with what we are saying, and now that the scrutiny on the budget of 2019 election is going on, do you think we are on the right track? Because the INEC chairman says there won't be any postponement of the election with what is going on.
But the question is, after the president's letter was read on the floor of the Senate, that should have ideally been considered as first reading of that proposal. But was it as a resolution of the Senate given to the INEC committee of the Senate to deliberate on it? Because if it is not, or it was not resolved by the Senate for the committee to work on it, So the committee does not have on its own, yes, it falls under its direct responsibility, but without resolution of the Senate, the committee does not have the go-ahead, if I may use that word, to deliberate on the proposal and then bringing it back to the committee of the whole. So really and truly, what should have been done was after the president's communication was read on the floor of the Senate, it should have been committed to the Senate Committee on Electoral Matters. So then the committee would have been empowered by the resolution of the Senate to look at the issues in the proposal and then report back, because whatever they get as a result of interaction with the officials of the INEC would have been brought back to the Senate, but that is not and will not be applicable as the case is today.
Let me ask you, what are your fears? Because the request of the president for virement from the constituency project as a supplementary to the budget of 2018, do you have fears that the lawmakers may frown at that?
Really and truly, virement from constituency projects would definitely make the legislators not happy, because that is what they would have taken back to their constituents or the electorate to make them as happy as they should be as taking back to them dividend of democracy. But the subject at hand is much more important than that, because without democracy, there wouldn't have been constituency. Without democracy, there wouldn't have been elections. And if elections will have to be held, of course, INEC must be funded. And then
Honorable Wadada, just for a moment, let me allow a data expert. His area of focus is budget, and he knows how to break down the figures. The co-founder of Budget, Mr. Seun Onigbinde, joins us from Abuja. Thank you so much, Mr. Onigbinde. What do you see? What can you make sense of in the INEC budget? The comparison between the 2015 budget and the 2019 budget. Give us a sense of what these figures means to you.
All right, so INEC has requested for 242 billion naira for the elections for 2019. If you look at the 2015 budget, this is a huge difference on the basis of this. And you can't take away the fact that there is going to be inflations. But you can explain that how do we move from 108 billion naira in 2015 to 242 billion? I think there's a need to deeply interrogate how much the INEC is requesting for. But if you specifically for INEC, if you look at the total bundle, it's 242 billion. But specific for INEC, INEC wants 189.21 billion naira for the elections. And the other parts are money for the Office of the National Security Advisor, the DSS, the Civil Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, the Nigerian Police, and also the Immigration Service. I think that the problem here is that there should be more transparency of what INEC is spending 189 billion from. And the INEC itself has not made its budget, details of INEC's budget. I mean, its own core budget is not public. And also the one for this election year has not made it public. But as civil society, we are probing and we're asking members of the National Assembly to provide copies for, so that citizens can know where exactly are these funds for. But the executive is asking that the funds be taken from the environment projects that were started by the national.
Let me pause you for a moment, Mr. Onigbinde, because I would like you to touch on that. Thankfully, we have two experienced lawmakers on the program today, so we'll make a sense of that. But also, the chairman of the APC insisted also yesterday that Senator Bukola Saraki should leave the Senate president's seat. So now that we have Senator Adeshaye Ogunlewe and Honorable Wadada here, they'll give out a sense of what they make of what is happening in the National Assembly, the politics. That's after now, everyone. Join us again.